Smartphone not sounding so good? Not happy with the sound? Then we have got the product for you. The hot new BU1 from Aune, the portable headphone amplifier and DAC is here. Take a look. As promised, we've just received the new Aune BU1 and I've got it here in my hand and I'm taking a look at it, and you really do feel once you're holding it in your hand you really are holding a solid piece of kit. It really is quite remarkable what Aune have done here for the price. Really am quite impressed with this actually, to be honest with you. It's actually beautifully built, it really is. Touch the volume control on the top of the DAC headphone amplifier. It's got a lovely smooth feel to it. Feels really good in the hand and on your fingers, moving it backwards and forwards. It's got a lovely smooth feel to it. All the buttons are easy to use. They all feel very high quality indeed. Around the side you've got a gain button. For example, when you connect it up to your telephone or your smartphone, whatever they're called these days, you connect it up to your smartphone and you might find that the volume's not coming through loud enough. So if you need it to come through a little bit more louder, then I recommend you put the gain in the up position to be able to listen to the music more louder. What I have found though is that when you connect the BU1 as a DAC, for example, connect it up to your computer, I find you don't need the gain on. If you do turn the gain on, it comes through far too loudly. So if you do connect it up to your computer using the USB supply cable, then I suggest that you leave the gain in the down position as it is. But if you do decide to use your smartphone, then put it in the plus position where you'll get much more gain. I say if you leave it in the normal position downwards, you'll find through your phone the sound is really soft. Just below the gain button we have the on and off button, which is pretty obvious, and below that there's a little symbol that tells us the state of the battery, how much charge we've got left in the battery. I think this is an excellent device Aune have released, and I think they've released it at just the perfect time. The reason that I say that is because, as we're probably all fully aware, Amazon have just released Amazon HD Music. I'm not quite sure why they call it HD Music. I think they probably should be referring it as high resolution music, but I guess they just use HD Music as a marketing term to sort of stand out for those that are sort of unaware of the difference between HD. I thought HD was to do with movies, not music. So those that are looking for high resolution music, by that I mean FLAC, Amazon's new service is offering it at a very attractive price point. It's slightly more expensive than Spotify at $320, and it's much cheaper than Qobuz and Tidal. So Amazon has really set the cat among the pigeons price wise there, haven't they? They really sort of can upset a few apple carts there, and so it'll be interesting to see how the market responds to what Amazon have done. But getting back to the BU1, if you do listen to Amazon Music through your phone, if you do decide to go with their service here in the UK, it's $12.99 if you're a member of Amazon Prime. You get it for $12.99. If you're not a member of Amazon Prime, I think you pay a few quid more per month, £14-15, something like that. So it still works out cheaper than Tidal, for example. It depends on the quality you want. If you're quite happy with Spotify at 320 bits per second, then stick with Spotify. But for those audiophiles amongst us that want the best possible quality, then I strongly recommend that you give Amazon HD Music a try out. You can listen to it through your browser, on your computer, which isn't actually in FLAC. The only way you can get FLAC is by downloading the Amazon HD Music app and installing that on Windows, which is a bit of a shame because I am a Linux user and they don't actually have an app for their HD Music service, which is a bit odd for the sort of amount of money Amazon have got. You'll think they'll be able to make an app for Linux users, wouldn't you? Goodness me. But also you can install the app on your smartphone. I've got a Nokia 6 here. I installed it on there. If you listen to Amazon HD Music without the Aune, the sound's acceptable. You can plug in your headphones or your earphones into your smartphone and you find the sound acceptable. It's nothing special. Very bass light, quite bright sounding, quite trebly, quite shouty. But once you add the BU1, you really do notice a massive improvement in sound quality. You really are not going to be struggling noticing the difference between having the BU1 and not having the BU1. It really is that obvious. You know, sometimes you buy an audio gear and you probably struggle to notice the difference and you wonder why you've bought it. This is not the case with the BU1. The difference is quite profound. Where you really notice the difference straight away is the bass depth. I mean, the BU1 really does go down deep. I think obviously Aune like a rich, deep bass sound to come from the BU1. The sound is much more refined, smoother, warmer and more organic and analog sounding. As I say, the difference is quite marked, and I think, well, I'm pretty sure that most people will enjoy and really notice the improvements that it brings. It really, really does. So I don't really listen to my phone that much, music from my phone, as I say, because it's not really that great sounding. But now I've added the BU1, it sort of makes it that much more worthwhile. The beauty also of the BU1 is that you can add it to your computer. You are supplied with a USB cable, so you just connect it up to your Mac or your Windows, and you can just use it as a DAC. And again, it sounds really good. As I say, leave the gain in the down position, or otherwise you'll find it will come through far too loud. Now, I've got a little problem in that the headphones that I've got, say I'm not an avid headphone listener by any means, but I've got a pair of headphones by a company from Taiwan called Perfect Sound, and they're the Dido 901s. And they tend to be quite bass heavy actually. And you really, really notice it with the BU1 because I say the BU1 does tend to err on the bass heavy side. It's quite rich and powerful in the bass. If you've got headphones that are quite light in the bass regions, it'll probably be a good match for them. But the problem I'm experienced personally with the Dido 901 is that I'm getting too much bass. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem that. If you look at reviews about the Perfect Sound Dido 901 from Headfi.org, I think it was, where it is, that big forum about headphones, the Dido 901 went on a tour where Perfect Sound sent out a pair of 901s for people to listen to, and sort of 99% of the comments were about how bass heavy it is. And it is true. And as I say, when you do connect it up to the Aune BU1, it's just too much of it. Too much of a good thing now, I'm afraid. So I would recommend that if you do go for the BU1, is be careful what you match it with. If your headphones are bass heavy, then you might find that match with the BU1's sort of sonic presentation, you might find it a little bit too much. But if you've got headphones that are probably quite shrill sounding, bass like, then I think the BU1 would be the perfect foil and make the sound far more enjoyable. It really is an excellent piece of kit. I really can't stress that enough, how good it does sound. And again, the build quality, which is actually pretty typical of Aune, is first rate. It really is. They've done an absolutely excellent job of this. It's all matches up nicely. As I say, the volume control on the top there's got a lovely smooth feel to it. Really, really nice that. And I like the way you can look through the front panel there and see the sort of circuit design. Little chips in there, really, really good. Nice, good job there. Nice colour as well. Looks modern, beautifully built. It's very lightweight. Doesn't feel heavy in the hand. It feels very solid in the hand, but it doesn't feel like you're carrying a brick around with you, which is what we don't want, is it? When we sort of think of portable audio, we don't feel like we're carrying around a brick in our hand or a brick in our pocket. So we want something that's lightweight, and that is exactly what the BU1 is. It's lightweight and beautifully built, and above all, it sounds an absolute treat to listen to. Yeah, we've had a brief introduction and a quick look at the new portable BU1 headphone amplifier and DAC from Aune. I hope you've enjoyed this small little presentation that I've made. I haven't really gone into any technical detail about the product. I'd just like to show you what it looks like, and I've given you my initial impressions on the product. I must say I'm rather impressed by how well it's been made, especially considering the price of it and the excellent value for money that it offers. I found the build quality to be absolutely top notch. It really is. It feels really good in your hand. It's nice and lightweight, therefore making it very easy to carry around. You'll also notice the precision of the controls, such as the volume knob, how smoothly it moves. There's no resistance to it at all. Also, you'll notice with the on and off switches and the gain switches, how smooth they are in operation. It looks good and it sounds absolutely brilliant. I haven't given it much of a run-in, and my listening experience with it has only been for a few hours. My first impression are definitely on the positive side. If you listen to your music just through your smartphone, you'll notice, maybe like me, that the sound is rather bass-light, a bit brittle in the treble and harsh. But once we add the Aune, we really do notice how much bass weight the sound of our music gains. The sound is far richer, deeper in the bass. The sound is smoother, warmer, more organic, more analog sounding, and the treble becomes far more extended and sweeter. It really is quite a pleasure to listen to. I really am impressed with the job Aune have done on this product. Aune's latest products to me are offering exceptional value for money, and the BU1 is no exception. Once again, Aune has surprised us with the quality and the sound sonic signature of their product. I think you would be very happy with your purchase of this product. A little disclaimer, I am actually the UK distributor for Aune, so you may think, well, it's bound to say that, isn't he? But honestly, in all honesty, I would say this is a really good choice for those that want to listen to, say, for example, Spotify, Amazon, HD Music on their smartphone. Or even if you want to listen to music on your PC, just connect the DAC up to your PC and start enjoying the music through your headphones. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you once again for tuning into the Eden Audio YouTube channel. Thank you for paying attention and watching this latest upload that we've made here. Very shortly, we've got some great new products arriving here at Eden Audio, which I'm sure you'll be most interested in looking at. We've got products from N2 Tech. We've got another product from Aune that I'm looking forward to showing you. And we've got some turntables, as I say, from Dual, who are a German manufacturer of top quality, highly affordable turntables. So we've got a lot to look forward to in the upcoming videos. I hope to see you there. Thanks everyone. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye now.